Hello, welcome back to Organized Joy. Today I'm going to be talking about queues, not as in the letter, but as in queues that you stand in. Now I love being in a queue, weirdly enough. I know you might think that queues are a big and fat waste of time. And why would I enjoy being in a queue? Well, that's because when I'm going to be in a queue, I work out what I can do in that queue, so that it doesn't feel like a big fat waste of time. When you're in a queue, there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. It's completely and utterly out of your control. So why would you let your blood pressure rise and work yourself up at the fact that it's not going as quickly as you want, and at the fact that you would be doing things so differently behind the counters and it would help to move the queue along? There's nothing you can do. So what I do, when I know I'm going to be in a queue, or the probability is high, I make sure I have something with me to do so that I don't get aggravated. Very similar thing can apply when you're in traffic. Obviously you can't do everything in traffic that you can do in a queue because you need to keep your eyes on the road. But some of the things you can. And I'm going to go through some stuff with you now about what I do. There's the obvious ones where if you're in a queue you can watch your YouTube videos that you've been trying to follow and trying to find time to watch, and catching up on that. You can read articles from people that you follow on LinkedIn. You can go through your Pinterest boards that you've been trying to find new inspiration for something in your house or in your life. Follow the news and get an update on all of that via Flipboard that I always use. I suppose you could spend some time checking on your emails, but I try to use the time in a queue not to work, to be inspired or to be motivated, or just to spend the time doing something for me. And what I've been doing of late is something I've become quite obsessed with, to be quite honest. I do it in queues and I do it in the traffic. And that is, I read books. I have become obsessed with this new app called Audible, where you order your books online. You actually order them via Amazon, but they come in an Audible app. I have my app on my iPhone and on my iPad, and I literally pop my earphones in and I listen/read my books. I've always been battling to find time when I can actually read, and this new app is just amazing. So I have been taking my books with me everywhere I go, because I can literally pop in my headphones and I can listen wherever I am. So whether that's at the gym in the morning, so if I'm not watching YouTube, I'm listening to my books. If I'm sitting in a doctor's waiting room, if I am sitting in traffic, I just pop my phone up where it sits in my car, and I listen. So I don't put headphones in for that, I just let it play off the phone, but I use that time in traffic. I have used it sitting waiting for places, etc. And it's so great, you just stick in your headphones and listen. Then what I've also been doing is, it also runs obviously off my iPad, so when I'm cooking at night, or if I'm back from the gym in the morning and doing all my morning routine in the kitchen, I pop on my iPad, and what's great is the app syncs between all your devices. So wherever I've left off at the gym with my phone, it picks up where I left off on my iPad and starts me there, which is really clever. So I play it while I'm doing my morning routine, and I play it while I'm cooking. So it's been great. I've been listening and reading my books all over the show. It's been really awesome. Now you might be thinking, well, none of that's standing in a queue. But last week I was in Kenya again, and I listened to my Audible app the whole way along, literally in every queue. When I was waiting at airports, when I was waiting in the line at the passport control, when I was waiting for a car to fetch me to take me to meetings, while I was sitting in the car waiting to get to my meetings, when I was waiting for meetings, wherever I was, when I was sitting having breakfast on my own in the morning, I popped my headphones in and I was listening to my book. It was great. My book I'm on at the moment is Thrive by Ariana Huffington, and I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I've got through like 70% of the book already, and it's been a week, which I would never have found the time to do that. So that's what I will be using my queues for going forward, other than all the other ones that I just mentioned to you. So the likes of Pinterest and YouTube and LinkedIn, etc. Now, I have created a list in a previous episode for you. The episode was all around easy ways to be inspired, 5 easy steps, I think it was. So I will link that below for you, and you can go and watch that video because it helps work out how to be inspired or where to start so that you can start following or watching or doing something. So you can go and watch that, and I will link the list below for you as well, because those are the steps there for you as well. And they're really handy, and then you can use some of that when you're standing in queues. I mean, it is really great. We don't stand in nearly as many queues as we used to because of the wonderful thing of the internet, but there are times we need to. So why not use your time to be inspired? And why don't you leave me a comment below about what you do in queues, because it could be something I have never tried and I'd love to. If you haven't hit subscribe, please hit subscribe now. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Have a nice day. Bye.